Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie. This is Wrestling Color Podcast right here on YouTube. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you follow me on this YouTube station. Make sure you follow me on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you see Wrestling Color Podcast. Follow me. I'll be out here. So you see the picture. This is what we talking about. Listen, I am an avid Total Divas fan. I never fail to tell you all the best seasons to watch Total Divas are seasons 1 through 4. Those are the most entertaining and best seasons, period. At one point, I was even thinking of, you know, doing reviews on season 1 through 4 again. But that's a lot, and I don't want to do all that. So, but when there's nothing on TV, which is regular, I just turn on Total Divas and sit there and laugh my ass off because they were so it seemed, even though it was scripted, those first seasons they seemed really honest and real and raw about what they were doing. And there was some good scenes. Right now, the clip of Natty getting slapped by Summer Rae is floating around because Summer Rae was announced for the Royal Rumble. And if you watch that episode, the part it's not even a slap because the reason why Natty slapped Summer is because her and Summer never got along. And they used to zing each other back. And I guess they were going to ride to the next venue with old girl, what's her name? Melendez, I think her name was Rosa. They was gonna ride to the next venue, and she was trying to get um Natty and Summer to kind of chill it out, and it didn't work out. First, then Natty threw her out the car, and they was fighting on the side of the road. But this is the funny thing about that smack is after she smacked her and stepped off the sidewalk. And the reason why she smacked her is because Natty, for the first 3 seasons, Natty literally was the bone carrier. Like she was just giving gossip left and right, but never held accountable. So literally she'd be like, yeah, because I heard that Nikki Bella said your feet stink. And other person like, Nikki said what? And then Natalia be like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. I just said it was an odor in the air. That's what she was doing. So Natalia had made a comment that Summer is trying to take everybody man. Because Summer was beefing with um the Bella twins about they men, because she had looked at John Cena and she had walked up to Daniel Bryan at the time and asked him if she was a good wrestler and rubbed his arm. Girl. Then it was a whole girl was a whole mess. She tried to get on a date with Fandango, that didn't work out. So they was calling her a hoe for most of the show. And so when she found out that Natty had spread that rumor that she was a hoe, girl, she pulled up to Natty house, and Natty was like, "Get off my lawn!" She smacked the fuck out of Natty. Then the next scene, Natty, the Bella twins, I think, Naomi was there. Uh, I think I believe that was it. They was at Cameron was there, and Natty Doe start running, and they was trying to have tea and be all cute. And Natty's nose was like bleeding at the table, and Cameron was like, you got something right here." And she like did the pinky thing, and Natty was like, "What? I do." And she touched, it was all this blood. And everybody was like, "Ew, girl was the funniest shit." Anyway, but that's not what we're talking about, because I can sit here and tell you to go watch when Naomi and Cameron was finna get into a fight down to the playground where they had did that racing stuff, that go-karts, and for whatever reason Cameron was getting on Naomi's nerves, and Naomi was bucking up and like hit her with her chest. Oh my god. And then I can tell you when Alicia Fox threw a drink in Naomi's face to make her mad because Naomi didn't want to turn heel and she embarrassed her. Girl, it's so much good moments on Total Divas. But them last episodes, season 5 through 9, yeah, it was like. So with that being said, I think Total Divas is in need for a new reboot. And the reason why I think Total Divas needs a reboot is because they got new women who I think can actually bring something to the reality world. It doesn't just have to be Ms. and Mrs. Okay, if them two could be on and people like them and they shenanigans because Maurice is really the star of the show. Like, she's down for the bullshit. That's what makes Maurice appealing. Cause fucking her husband is he's a clown, right? And I say in a good way. He's willing to do what he needs to do, and she'll join right in with him. And that's the reason why when it's time for a couples fight at the Royal Rumble, it's gonna be the Miz and Mrs. And now you had them two go against Daniel Bryan and Brie last time, and now they're about to go through they're about to go one on one with the Grit couple, Beth Phoenix and her husband. So I think Total Divas need a new reboot. Like, they could have friends of the show. Like, Maurice could show up, because at one point Maurice showed up and she was telling Alexa Bliss that her whole style sucked and she needs to step her pussy up. So, and Alexa Bliss was like, "But this is who I am," and it was just like, because Alexa dresses like a high school emo girl, but according to her story, she been through a lot and she tried to kill herself. She got breast implants for her friend, whatever. So that's her style. But anyway, if a new Total Divas reboot, this is the cast, and this is who I think would bring a whole new flavor, even a youthful flavor. Mind you, these women are grown, right? I think the youngest person on my list would be Liv Morgan. And I'm even willing to tweak this list. But you have to have a vet on the show, because remember, Total Divas was a Bella Twins vehicle. The show was centered around the Bella Twins. But the breakout stars of Total Divas was outside of the Bella Twins. Naomi, uh, Natty was just unsufferable. She's been unsufferable all seasons. I don't think that did anything for Natty. Eva Marie was really popular on that show. They gave her a lot of airtime because she was getting the girls riled up. Cameron and Naomi's dynamic, them two were awesome to watch. JoJo, who is with the Fiend, I forget his fucking name, Bray Wyatt. Uh, she was like fucking on that show. JoJo was like 18 and horny as fuck because she came in with Eva Marie. And that was the original list. And then Alicia Fox was on there. And you had other famous people coming in and out, like Charlie Russo. And then in the later seasons, you had Summer Rae joined in season 2. And she set it off for that season. And then you went ahead and had Alicia Fox and Paige had a back and forth because they was best friends, which I didn't know, but they were really best friends, and they had their beef because Paige was trying to get married, but Paige didn't really want to get married, and she was kicking Alicia Fox to the curb, and Alicia Fox was trying to see what was up with with the guy she was meeting, and she was doing her thing. And then we had Mandy Rose joined the show. So when Mandy Rose joined, Eva Marie had got thrown to the wolves. Like, they told her to go fuck herself because she was doing some shady shit. And they was like, "Go fuck yourself, bitch. We not fucking with you. If it's not business, I don't give a fuck." So when Mandy Rose came, she was over there trying to see what was going on with Eva Marie, and they was gonna be fire and no, they was gonna be the red and gold tag team. And then that fucked up because Mandy Rose was like, "Well, these girls ain't fucking with her. Maybe I shouldn't fuck with her." And then when Eva Marie found out, she kept going on and on about, "You gotta keep it real with me, and you gotta keep it real." The thing with Eva Marie, and you see her evolution on the show, no wrestling experience, but she had the look. They was pushing Eva Marie. The way they was pushing her this time, her run this time was 10 times worse than her run the first time. Her run the first time was a cakewalk compared to what they had her doing this time. And she looked even worse this time. They loved Eva Marie. They gave her preferential treatment, and the girls was like, no. They was running Eva Marie the fuck down. And Mark Carrano was on there, and they was all up in Mark Carrano ass. Girl, there's an episode where Natty got drunk and she was calling Stephanie McMahon and was trying to pitch her some ideas, and then she reminded her that she was a nine hard. Oh, my Stephanie was like, "Girl, is this you?" Oh, it was so funny. Anyway, season 6 Maurice came on. That's where she was telling Alexa to get herself together. Lana came on. Lana didn't really. She didn't really add too much to the show, but she was real feisty. Lana was like ready to fucking kill for her craft. That's the reason why I kind of started liking Lana, because she wasn't that great, but she was like, I want to wrestle. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. She told Natty that her promo skills sucked, and then her and Natty was going to go back and forth. But Lana and Naomi are real life best friends. Naomi was her bridesmaid in the marriage to Rusev, which was on TV, which was on Total Divas. Naomi got married on Total Divas. Natty got married on Total Divas, and her and TJ's little situation. TJ is so laid back. He's just like, I'm chilling. Natty is just working his fucking nerves, and she all in the cat's ass, and the cat was all over the food, child. Anyway, and then Natty's parents was there. We got to see her interact with her father. He passed in the later seasons, but the last seasons was sucky. Anyway, Renee Young comes on, and you get to see her interact with John and Moxley if you're interested in that. You know, John is just like, I'm here for a good time, not for a long time. Like, this is my woman, whatever. Renee is like a little Energizer bunny around John. And then season 7 had Nia join Carmella, and like I said, Alexa Bliss was already coming on season 6. Carmella was gonna fight fucking she was gonna fight Lana because she thought Lana took her money, was fucking her money up. Yeah. Nia was telling Alexa Bliss because Alexa Bliss was gonna marry Buddy Murphy. She was like, are y'all getting married or not? Because I'm tired of hearing the bullshit. Them two guys got upset. And then the last season, we had Naomi, Natty, Carmella, Nia, Ronda, and Sonya. And the last season was terrible. It centered around Sonya. Not because Sonya's gay, but Sonya boring as fuck. That's it. Naomi was trying to get the girls to have fun. So they had her running around trying to set up some type of trip. The Bella twins came to kind of give it a little star power, but even them two was just like, girl, we just walking through. We ain't trying to be here. We done did this. We on some other shit. We got our own boring ass show called Total Bellas. And Liv Morgan was introduced, and Nia was acting like a whole bitch the whole season, but she let y'all know that it's scripted. So anyway, we gonna wrap this up because I go on and on and on. So this is my list for who I think should star in the next Total Divas. Naomi, because we need a seasoned vet. Bianca, please. Liv Morgan. Zelina Vega. I say Zelina Vega because Zelina Vega is a very interesting Puerto Rican girl from Queens. To be into the shit she into and be married to Aleister Black is really fascinating. And she bring the flavor. Mandy Rose could be back on it because that'll help bring some exposure to NXT and kind of, you know, continue her storyline from the older seasons. Give her more of a look at me. I think Lacey Evans would be fantastic because she got a daughter. She seems like she does like hunting and mowing and stuff outside of that terrible ass, you know, fucking character she got going on, that Southern Belle shit. But I think Total Divas would be good for Lacey Evans. Sasha Banks, I think she's probably, if she was to be on the show, but she's so private, they probably could have her like a friend of the show, like she could just stop by and say, hey, her and Bailey could just be like, hey girl, because I know the like Charlotte and Becky and them, they're not gonna do the show because they a little bit too big for the show. But I think this group, even Bianca is like big for the show, but everyone loves Bianca and Montez's dynamic, just like everyone loves Naomi and Jimmy's dynamic. So that would make people want to watch it because the highest watched clips are from Naomi when you watch them on YouTube. When Naomi's interacting with Jimmy, those is the highest clips on the show. Especially when that clip where he was crying that Rikishi his father didn't want to show up to the wedding, and Naomi was like, "Is it because I'm black?" And then Jay came over and he was all emotional. That's like, I was sitting there like, is it because she black? No one really answered the question why Rikishi would not go to his son's wedding. Cause at this point I was just like, all the Samoans is married to black women, so he need to get over it. Except for The Rock, I guess, and Rikishi. So that's it, y'all. Y'all tell me who y'all think would make. Give me 6 divas, 6 women superstars who would be excellent in the new Total Divas reboot. And then we probably wouldn't call it Total Divas. We'll probably call it. Um, I don't even know. They'll have to come up with a different name because they're not divas no more. So, what would you name the show, and who are your 6 stars that you would put in the new Total Divas reboot? Hit me in the comments if you made it this far. All right, later.